welcome back to my channel. Another video on the Yamaha Banshee 350. I'm going to teach you guys how to take out the antifreeze and put new in. I'll show you what kind of fluid I use. This Yamaha Banshee's been sitting for a while. It's also a 2005, so I figured as the new owner I would change out the fluid so I know there's fresh fluid in it. So I'm going to start taking off the front plastics. This guy's got mismatched bolts all over this thing. I'm going to have to buy new bolts and put all the same ones in it. So I'm going to get a head start and start taking these front plastics off so I can see all the lines for the radiator. Alright, now I loosened all the bolts for the plastics. I'm going to pull them off one by one, place them on the floor, maybe clean them up before I throw them back on because this thing is a little muddy. Come on. Alright, so now we can see the one line going down, and which goes to the top of the head. We can see the two main lines going to the side of the cylinders. There's another line running from the radiator to this coolant reservoir right here. You see that? Now there's a mark here that says low, mark here that says full. Now you want it to the full mark. If you look more underneath here, you see that line right there? If we take it off from there, it'll drain this reservoir. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the front, and we're going to take off the main lines. We're going to take the cap off. And then we're going to go to the bottom lower radiator hose right here. And I'm going to pull it off and let it all drain out. Alright guys, so either you could try to get a pliers in here. It's kind of a tight fit because when hoses stay in there for a long time, sometimes you gotta pull them up and down and they wiggle off. This one I just kept wiggling, and it looks like it's coming loose. Oh, it's off. Alright, so I got a drain bucket down here. Let all the coolant roll into it, or it'll make a mess all over your garage. Or all over your girlfriend. Alright. Alright, so far your radiator's gonna be empty. There's gonna be no coolant in there now. I opened it, I took the cap off the radiator, so all the air suction goes down. I got this off. I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna take the other radiator line off of the radiator. Just be careful with the pliers because you can tear them. You could tear the hoses, so just be careful. Alright, there's not gonna be any fluid coming out of the top one because you took a bath on the lower one. You got it all out down there. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna blow through the top one because the top one goes through the cylinder heads. That comes out of the bottom. blow, you could either blow compressed air in there or do what I just did, or you could put water down in there with light water pressure. That should be fine. This coolant was pretty clean, so you know, if there's a little bit in there, it's not gonna hurt anything. So I'm gonna wrap this all up. I'm gonna put it all back together, and then I'm gonna put my coolant in, start it, let it run for a little bit. I'm gonna put this thing back together, but I want you guys to notice something right here. You see how there's a lip right here? And there's one that's right here. That's the ending, that's the beginning. You wanna make sure your hose clamps between those two so it can't slide off this. Another little tip is, you want to make sure you guys put the hose clamps exactly the same spot you took them off. So it shouldn't even look like it ever was off. Same thing on the car with the clamps that go around the radiator. Make sure you line up the same exact way as you took them off, so they don't fall off. I almost forgot that there is a reservoir in the back of the Banshee, as I said before. I'm going to crawl underneath there real fast, push that clamp back, wiggle that hose, and take all the fluid out of the reservoir. Just make sure you got that bucket underneath the Banshee, or you're going to get fluid all over your floor. Alright, so I pulled the hose off and straightened it out. As I said before, you could get water and spray through here too if you want to be anal about it, but you don't really need to. Just let it drip all the way out. It should be pretty clean. Green antifreeze came out of this machine. I just bought a Napa brand antifreeze. It's good for aluminum motors. It's good for negative 34-degree temperature. So I figured this would be a good choice of antifreeze. Some guys go with ice from Dennis Kirk and things like that, but on hand I figured I'd just go to my local Napa dealer, tell them I have an aluminum engine, I need antifreeze that's good for aluminum engines, and they hooked me up with this. It's 50-50, so all I gotta do is pour it in. Go for negative 34-degree temperatures. Now you want to fill this ori to the top. Drive it for a little bit after this process. Make sure you park in the garage. Don't open the radiator cap while on top unless you got like a rag over it, because it is on the pressure. And let it sit, and the next day check it. Make sure it doesn't need to be topped off, because it should be, the radiator needs to be full to the top. Alright, thanks for watching. More videos to come.